Hi, first grade teachers, and welcome to McGraw-Hill Reading Wonders. My name is Brandon Harvey, and I'm here to guide you through your Wonders sample materials. I know as teachers we are so busy and we have so many things going on in our lives that sometimes it's hard to take the time to evaluate these all-important reading materials, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you understand what's inside your sample box. When you get your box, you're going to see it looks like this. And it's really easy to open it up. You're just going to take the top, fold that down, and then take the lid, lift this up, and push down into the box. And now we're ready to begin exploring the world of reading wonders. The first thing I want to let you know, though, is that everything you see here in print is also 100% digital. And on the front of the box, you're going to see this tear-off pad. This is something that you can take with you, share with all of your teachers, that leads you to our Reading Wonders website. And this is a great place where you can evaluate all of the tools that are online. And to truly evaluate this program completely, you need to not only look at the sample materials, but also look at all the exciting tools that are online. Now let's begin. The first thing in the box you're going to see is really your roadmap to discovering the story of Reading Wonders. And here, this is going to guide you to everything that's in the box, and that's truly what I'm here to do with you today. The first thing you'll see is a scope and sequence. I know as I want to look at materials and a whole program, I want to see not only how it starts, but also what happens throughout the year. And that's where the scope and sequence is going to be so important for you, so you can see where all of those important skills and strategies occur throughout Reading Wonders. The box is divided into two sides. On the left side of the box, you're going to see all of your student materials, and on the right side of the box, you're going to see all of your teacher materials. So I'm going to walk through this with you. We're going to start on the left side of the box, and it begins with a new tool. Teachers, you're going to see at grade 1, it's organized into unitized editions. This is known as your Reading Writing Workshop book. This is truly your tool to teach and to model all of those important skills and strategies that are the keys to unlocking literature. This is also where you're going to see high-frequency word instruction for the beginning of the year, moving into vocabulary at the end of the year, as well as your decodable text found right here inside the Reading Writing Workshop book. Now, once we have the keys, it's time to unlock those keys, and that's where you're going to see your literature anthology. Again, there's a sample of one unit of your literature anthology. This is where you're going to find your anchor text. This is where you're going to find those wonderful, complex stories for students now to practice and apply those skills that were first taught and modeled in the Reading Writing Workshop book. You will also be able to, again, go online and you can see all the units of your literature anthology. To support that instruction, in the back of your box, you will see a big book version of the Reading and Writing Workshop book. Again, because this is your teaching and modeling tool, this is great for you to use for that whole group guided instruction. You'll also see another big book. This is just one of 15 big books for literature big books. This is really a tool that you'll find useful for read-alouds and for listening comprehension in the grade 1 instructional pathway. Now, as we continue to talk about practice and application, one of the connected literacy tools you'll find are your leveled readers. We all love our leveled readers for small group instruction, and inside this folder it talks about how you can access these leveled readers not only in print, which you have a sample right here, but also digitally online. And on the back of this folder you're going to see all of the variety of leveled readers and our different leveling systems that we have for that guided reading instruction. And finally, many teachers like to use trade books in the classroom, and you will see a list of our 24 classroom library trade books that are available for first grade teachers. So again, that's a great piece that allows you to, again, practice and apply and use in literature circles. And this divider tab just reiterates everything we talked about, starting from that Reading Writing Workshop book to teach and model all the way through your literature anthology, using your big books and using your leveled readers as connected literacy tools. Now let's move to the next part of our box, which is our leveled practice. This is an opportunity for students to apply and have collaborative individual practice or independent practice with those skills and strategies throughout the week. And finally, I've already talked a lot about going beyond the box, and that's what this final tab here on the student side is about you can really unlock the keys to literacy anytime, anywhere, on any internet-ready device through the student website on ConnectEd, where students can access a variety of leveled readers. You're going to see read-alouds, songs, games, activities, time for kids. Again, I just encourage you to go online, play around with our digital resources. And then, of course, I'm putting the box back together. You have your leveled practice, and it all starts with those connected literacy tools, whether it's trade books, leveled readers for small group instruction, of course, big books to teach and model, as well as for listening comprehension. And you have, of course, the reading, writing workshop book that is the key to unlocking that great literature anthology, which goes right there in the front of your box. Now let's move to the right side of our box, which is the keys for you, the teacher materials. And it all begins here with a sample of your Unit 1 Teacher's Edition. Of course, you can go online and you can see all 6 units of your Grade 1 Teacher's Edition. I like Grade 1 because there's actually a Start Smart unit, or what we call Unit 0. Start Smart is really great because it helps to review skills that they were taught in kindergarten, but also gives you time to establish those classroom routines. You'll find a unique feature inside the pages of our Teacher's Edition known as ACT. That is a scaffolding for accessing complex text, truly giving you that scaffolding you need to reach all your learners through that core Tier 1 instruction. And you'll have everything you need for whole group as well as for small group guided reading and skill instruction built right in. Behind that, as we think about differentiated instruction, you're going to see this booklet known as Unlocking the Common Core Standards. And this is specifically for Grade 1. And not only are we going to talk about those shifts of Common Core instruction and how you will see those supported through Reading Wonders, but also in the back of this guide, you're going to see a lesson walkthrough where it's really guiding you through the pages of your Teacher's Edition and pointing out a lot of those special features and why they matter in the instructional pathway of first grade. You'll also see a digital walkthrough. This is a tremendous guide with screenshots that help show off all of the fabulous technology that's available for you, such as easy drag and drop lesson planning, ready-made lesson presentations, as well as great professional development. So again, this will be a beneficial tool to help guide you through that online experience. You'll also, of course, see your Reading Wonders overview brochure. I'm giving you that overview right now, but again, it's a great tool to go back and review. And so we've seen differentiated instruction. This card just reiterates everything about our Teacher's Edition and, of course, that all-important ACT feature. Now let's move to integrated assessment and intervention. You are going to see a sampler in your box of a variety of assessments that come with the Reading Wonders program. Everything from diagnostic and placement assessments all the way through unit, weekly, benchmark, fluency, a whole host of assessments here. And we've given you that week sample, but you can go online and you can experience them because your students can not only take a test pencil paper, but they can also take their assessments on any internet-ready device through our e-assessment system. And assessment drives instruction. And sometimes that assessment will lead us to data that tells us our students need interventions, whether it's Tier 2 or more intensive Tier 3 interventions. And you will see some samples of the Reading Wonders intervention program known as WonderWorks. Not only do you have an overview of WonderWorks, but you have a Teacher Edition sampler of the WonderWorks program that includes some of the student materials. And this is a parallel Wonders intervention program that, again, is just fitting hand in glove with what you're doing in the regular Tier 1 classroom. And this divider tab reiterates not only how we have that integrated assessment and intervention, but also talks a lot about our Tier 2. You'll find Tier 2 embedded inside your Teacher's Edition, as well as additional Tier 2 resources found online. And finally, before we go beyond the box for you, the teacher, I want to share with you the program Manipulatives. You know, as a first grade teacher, we love hands-on tools, and you're going to see a ton of great hands-on tools in Reading Wonders, such as large and small sound spelling cards, which are great for that phonics instruction and building those foundational skills, as well as high-frequency word cards, photo cards, posters, response boards. But as we think about listening and speaking and how important those are to our early learners, you're going to see interactive read-aloud cards, retelling cards, as well as visual vocabulary cards. And again, these visual vocabulary cards are even online with audio, and many of them have video support. And again, that leads me right here to our last tool, which is going beyond the box for you, the teacher. Remember that online, you will be able to drag and drop your lesson plans so you can customize those for your students in your classroom. Ready-made lesson presentations, as well as the gold standard in professional development. You're going to find self-paced implementation modules that you can go through not only to have a successful beginning of the year with Reading Wonders, but that will support you throughout the years as you use Reading Wonders. You'll also find modeled lessons. I love that I can see a real teacher in a real classroom doing these lessons, and access to our authors. As we build this back, remember, it's also about not only providing you great online resources, but you're going to see that intervention called WonderWorks that parallels the instruction, as well as great integrated assessments that are in print as well as online. And finally, remember, the front of our teacher box was all about that powerful Common Core differentiated instruction. Make sure you use this Unlock book to help guide you through and understand all the great features that you'll find inside your Reading Wonders Teachers Edition, including that special feature known as ACT, Accessing Complex Text, built right in. I'm going to put that all-important scope and sequence right here in the front so that any teacher that evaluates this box will be able to see everything that I'm doing throughout the year of first grade, and then I'm going to put my roadmap back in so it lets me know how this box is organized. There we go. So thank you so much for taking the time to dig in and start looking at McGraw-Hill Reading Wonders. I know that once you go explore this box as well as go online, promise me you'll go online, that you'll see that Reading Wonders truly does provide the key to building strong readers and writers. Thank you so much. Have a great day.